Hey everybody, today I wanted to make a short video about my favorite games of 2024. So most of these games did not come out in 2024, but it's the games that pretty much I played the whole year. And the reason why I'm making this video is because maybe you haven't played them and you'd like to pick them up and try them out. And I think they're all totally worth your time. All right, so let's get into it. Wait! But first, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. Thank you so much. So I'm not going to do this in any particular order. It's just the games that pretty much I played the whole year and I think are worth recognition. Dark Souls 3. I did another replay of Dark Souls 3 and my God, I forgot how good that game is. Holy crap. I always start with the new build, with the new fancy, like, oh, I'll do Dex, I'll do this. And then I always end up with just a giant two-handed sword killing guys in like 2 to 3 hits. And I just think the game is still a masterpiece. There's not much to say about it that, everyone else hasn't said about it on the internet. It just has such good replayability. It really does. It feels like a new adventure every time, especially if you do commit with a new weapon or play style. So yeah, Dark Souls 3, boom. I beat that again this year. Okay, next on the list. Let's start with something a little less known. It's a little indie game called Hellcard. And what it is it's a co-op deck building roguelike game that you can play with your friends. I absolutely adore this game. It's really fun, and it's my favorite game to wind down at the end of the day. If you're like me and you play games for a long time and it's near the end of the night and you're like, I'm a little tired, but I'm not like fully tired, and I need something to like wind down, it is the perfect wind down game. You just kind of like chill. You can play with your friends, you make a deck, you try to kill all the little monsters on the screen. It's really good. I really like it. And I think I got it on Steam sale for maybe like $5 or something. It is absolutely worth it. And I hope that this developer keeps making stuff because I think what they make is really good. The next one is my unhealthy obsession. This is the type of thing that makes me lose hair. It makes me get fat. It makes me get dumber. It makes me get older. It makes me get weaker. It's the game that I'm sucked into and I can't stop playing it. And that game is Street Fighter 6. I like Street Fighter 6. If you're not into fighting games, this is the one you should try. It's probably the easiest accessibility wise to learn and get into the game. And then the skill ceiling is just infinite. So I play this game all the time. I mean, I even have these like custom controllers I got for it. I mean, I love it. I'm almost masters. I'm trying to get to masters. And yeah, I don't know what else to say other than if you don't play fighting games, try it out. If you play fighting games, good luck. Okay, so this next one is a early access game. Sorry, but it is an interesting one at that. This game is called Supervive. It's a battle royale MOBA. And I believe you can play in squads of 2 and 4. You should just play 4 though. 4 is the best. And you drop in and you have to kill creeps to gain XP. You have to find items. And then you have to kill other enemy teams. It plays so tight. The controls, the characters that you can play feel so good. There's like a sniper character where she can like kill someone in like 3 hits. It's amazing. Now, the whole point of that is it's difficult to hit people. It's an interesting game. You use WASD to move, and I think that's kind of a little different for the MOBA genre. I think most people use a mouse to move, but the game is really cool. It definitely deserves more attention than it's getting. It came out in early access, I think, in November. And it's not fully out yet, so hopefully when it fully releases and they have new maps, new characters, and a bunch of new content, hopefully it gets the attention it definitely deserves because it's one of the most fun MOBAs that I've played in a while. So let's move on to another one, Deadlock. Deadlock is a game made by Valve, and it is a MOBA, a lot of MOBAs in this, but it's a third-person shooter MOBA. Came out on early access too, yeah, a lot of bad words in this one. But I found it to be really fun. It came out on early access, invitation only, which is an interesting strategy. But it soon blew up because everyone who could get in, got in and invited their friends to play with them. And it's a really fun third-person shooter MOBA. It's the same type of shit that you've seen before though. You gotta take towers, you gotta kill enemies, you gotta go to the store and buy some shit to get stronger. I really like it. It plays really tight. All the characters are very unique and fun to play. I just hope that it doesn't get killed by other genres. Marvel Rivals. So yeah, hopefully it lasts when it comes out of early access and goes to 1.0, which I don't know when it's supposed to, but when it does, I'll definitely be watching. I definitely love the game, and I think the overall formula they have is really good. Now we have another little small game called Deep Rock Galactic Survivors. I'm a huge fan of Deep Rock Galactic, always have been. I played the shit out of that game. My friends quit way early. I was like, no, I need to unlock everything. I need to rock and stone, brother. So I did that, and I love that game. So when they had a Survivor game, kind of like Vampire Survivors, like the Origin, I picked it up immediately, and I'm pleasantly surprised that it has a lot of depth and it's a lot of fun, and it has so much content. I had to go on a trip this year where I spent like a couple weeks away from home, away from my PC, but I had my Steam Deck with me, and I played this game on my Steam Deck every night I could. It was so much fun, unlocking new guns, new character skills, new maps, new everything. It's a complete package, and I really do appreciate that they keep adding stuff to it. It is the perfect Steam Deck game. It is a perfect game that gets you hooked in, and it's pretty chill, but even though some of the more difficult stuff is not chill, but it is overall a very fun experience, perfect for the Steam Deck. Definitely my favorite Steam Deck game this year for sure. Now I have an interesting one for you. Chained Together. Chained Together is a co-op platformer with every Unreal free asset thrown in. And the whole gimmick of the game is that you're connected to your teammates, so you have to move as one group through this platforming maze to get to the end. Why did I pick this one? Because me and my friends played it and we had a lot of fun. But the most fun part, the game isn't that fun, but the most fun part about the game was all the streamers were playing it, and I was comparing us to them. And oh my God, that game to us was so easy. We crushed that game in like 3 hours and like 40 minutes or something. I was baffled by the amount of streamers who took like whole days to complete it. It was a really fun short game. You know, maybe we're just naturally talented, I don't know, but it was fun to see you know, like streamers playing it and all these people playing it, and they're sucking ass, and we're just finishing each like chapter like with no problem. So yeah, fun game, definitely worth picking up to play with your friends to goof around for a little bit. Okay, this one kind of snuck in at the end here, but I have to give it to Path of Exile 2. It's an ARPG made for ARPG fans. It has a ton of content, a ton of skills, and tons of just complexity built into the game. But what they did here is they made it make sense to people like me who have small brains. It is awesome. It's in early access right now, so the full game's not out. I believe the full game's going to be free to play once it comes out, and I can't wait. I really just want a big two-handed sword cut people down like a lawnmower. But the rest of the stuff in the game is amazing, and yeah, definitely deserves it. All right, let's get into my favorite game of the year. Out of the way, microphone. And my favorite game of the year, and it's the whole reason why I wanted to start making content again and get back into it, is Helldivers 2. You deserve the crown, and the only problem with this king is that he made a huge mistake in the middle of the year. When they went up with the Sony account sharing and they cut everyone's access and let you make a Sony account, I immediately said fuck you to them, and I stopped playing the game. And with that, I gave it a negative review. I said, dumb account shit, get it out of here, not playing it anymore. So when they decided to come back from the dark side and make a good change, they removed that. I said, okay, I'll give you another chance. I'm a merciful person. And I am so glad I did. With the addition of the Illuminates and finally patching guns to make them actually good and not complete fucking dog shit. Thank God they pulled their brain out of their asses with that. They really pulled it back together. And it is one of the most fun co-op things I've ever played. It is fun with friends. It is fun with random people. It is fun with anyone. As long as you don't take it too serious, it is the best time to have in gaming right now. I really do think that. And hopefully they keep this trajectory going up and they keep adding new stuff, you know, fun stuff, and they keep patching stuff to make stuff. They don't have to make everything overpowered, but just patch stuff to make the bad stuff better. That's all we ask. No one wants the game to be simple and easy. We just want the bad shit to actually be like somewhat usable. But other than all of that, the game is like almost perfect. There's been a lot of positivity in this video, but I do want to talk about one game that is definitely deserves recognition for being the biggest disappointment of 2024. And this is the easiest one that I can explain. Yeah, a lot of people buy dog shit games that are fucking designed to be bad, like Concord and all this shit. Those games are designed to be ass. Like, obviously, I would never play that or buy that. Duh. I'm talking about a game that is something that looks good, but ended up being horrible and tricked me out of $70. And that game is Dragon Dogmas 2 by Capcom. This game has a ton of potential and it didn't use any of it. The game was terrible. At launch, you could only make one character and you could not make another character. What the fuck were they thinking? I made a character and I didn't realize that the height slider was like, they didn't show me a comparison. So I made this giant fucking Giga Chad character, but the whole time I'm like the tallest thing, like there's ogres shorter than me and it looks really goofy. So I was like, oh, I'll just remake a new character. You can't. When it launched, you could not. You were stuck with the one fucking character. How in a single player game is that even possible? How could you possibly do that? They fucked this game up so bad. And then I beat the game. There is like no content. Oh, they're like, oh, the quest, you got to talk to all the people. The people will give you a lure to like missions and stuff. Most of the NPCs do not say fucking anything useful. It is a waste of time. Most of the shit I found in the game was just the typical like, there's a cave, I go into it. Oh, okay, you got a shitty item. Boom. Man, the game design's fucking stupid. The monster fights and the creatures are amazing. But there's like 3 monster types. There's like 3 monster types. There might even be like 2 monster types. No, there's 3 because there's like what's it called? Thieves or whatever the fuck you call them, criminal guys. And then there's like goblins, and then there's like fish people. Okay, that's the monster types in the game. And then bosses, you have dragon, you have ogre, some weird like lion griffin thing, and like a golem. And there's maybe a few more, but don't get me wrong, the quality of these monster types are fun, unique, and the experiences are good. But that's all you see the whole game. You will fight goblins the whole fucking game. And especially when you start leveling up your character and you start getting skills, you basically get skills and you're just running around like one-shotting everyone. Again, big 2-handed sword guy. I cannot tell you how easy like killing these monsters were with him. Like you do like this uppercut move, I don't even remember what it was. It would like stagger them and knock them down, and you just like plunge your sword in them. It's like, see you in hell. The game has potential, but they don't utilize it at all. And they scammed me out of my $70, and I don't know if I can forgive them. This is all that, plus they had single player microtransactions. Oh, fast travel in the game? Yeah, you have to farm these weird like crystals that are really hard to find, or you can buy some for $5.99. Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck were you thinking with that? I don't know how, the game's horrible. The game's Ubisoft levels of horrible. The content, you know, somebody tried on the team, but it definitely feels like leadership completely fucked it here. They completely ruined it. The dev team, I know they wanted to make a fun game, but they completely ruined it. I checked back in too just to see, oh, maybe they gave us a free content update. Maybe they fixed it. You know, we've seen that before with like Cyberpunk and some other games. Nope, there's fucking nothing. So that game deserves my that game is the poop stain game of 2024 from my perspective. I bought it, I beat it, and I will probably never play it again, and I'll probably never buy a Dragon Dogma game again, just because I just have no faith in their decision making with it. So yeah, we got a lot of positivity up front, but we're going to end with some negativity. So anyways, thanks for watching. I do appreciate your time. Hopefully you learned about some new games that you haven't played and maybe you can pick up and try. And yeah, I'll probably make another video for 2025. I'm really excited for 2025. There are some big games coming out this year and I can't wait. So happy New Year to everyone. Yeah, have a good one. See ya.